Hey kids, welcome back to the channel.
And now, back to the show.
If you haven't seen the latest video from LaoWiseGuy with this thumbnail, titled BRICS, China's new alliance will fail. Now you don't need to. I'll give you a quick summary and save you the time. Basically, LaoWiseGuy is acting as a financial expert and a geopolitical analyst.
This is delusion. The dollar isn't dead, and brick bucks aren't going to be a thing. Honestly, they might as well trade in actual bricks at this point because it's not gonna work.
Unfortunately, it takes more than just throwing on a suit coat or going to your hairdresser and asking for some highlights in your hair to have the skill to be a geopolitical or financial expert. Not to mention, when do you see geopolitical or financial experts ridicule people that they don't even know?
Great.
How could you possibly be unbiased in your analysis when you use language like this?
Once Pooh Bear approves by evil governments like the Russian or Chinese governments. And I honestly think they threw South Africa on the panel just so it wasn't called brick, because brick sounds too dumb. I mean, dumb as a brick, right? That's the phrase. Now they can call it bricks. Dumb as bricks. It still works.
I like to think that he doesn't just come up with some silly topic in order to get the money from the paid promotion.
Why not give it a shot, support the channel, and protect your connection when you're online?
So, to give him the benefit of the doubt, let's say he does it basically just as entertainment. And I suppose some people like that, right? There's nothing wrong with that unless people believe him and make decisions based on his half-baked advice. In summary, at least what I took from the video, he's saying that BRICS, B-R-I-C-S, can't go anywhere because they are just 5 developing nations, and they can't hold a candle to the G7, the 7 developed nations. He claims that there is no way that the US dollar could ever be replaced. I am in no way a financial or geopolitical expert. I can't even wrap my head around why they constantly argue over raising the debt ceiling in the US. What the hell is that all about? What they are arguing over is whether just to print more money or not, right? Which, by the way, they always end up doing anyway, don't they? But I digress. What LaoWiseGuy leaves out of his analysis I find far more interesting than his actual analysis. First, the real driver for countries around the world to head towards de-dollarization is that the US uses the dollar as a weapon. Putting unilateral sanctions on countries around the world which end up basically harming individual people like you and me. I'm going to have to read this next part because my memory is just not that good. You can see if you would be able to remember this yourself. Next, although BRICS is currently 5 developing nations, Algeria, Argentina, Bahrain, Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates have applied for membership. In addition, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Mexico, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Pakistan, Senegal, Sudan, Syria, Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Zimbabwe have all expressed interest in membership. Also, consider the following.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, in a meeting with CEOs of major U.S. banks, expressed her expectation of more bank mergers, which may be necessary as the banking industry is still navigating through the crisis. I think regulatory agencies will be open to this. Those shaping U.S. dollar policies seem to have already anticipated the potential crisis facing U.S. banks and the financial sector. Now, the U.S. banking and financial system may be on the brink of bankruptcy. Yellen has repeatedly warned that if the debt ceiling is not raised by June 1st, the federal government may be unable to fulfill all its debt obligations, leading to an unprecedented economic and financial disaster. It is worth noting that before the U.S. defaults, at least 112 countries globally have started the process of de-dollarization in various ways. Increasingly, Americans are skeptical of the U.S. economy's continuous money printing and borrowing, as well as the U.S. dollar. As of May 20th, Utah, Wyoming, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, and Arkansas have successively announced that gold and silver can be used as legal tender, replacing the US dollar's function as the official currency.
Wow, how did he miss that? 112 countries have already started the process of de-dollarization. More importantly, 6 states within the United States have moved to make gold and silver legal tender, replacing the US dollar. In the end, LaoWiseGuy tells his viewers to
Go rest easy. Go outside. Enjoy your day. Put your phone down. Stop reading the news.
I will say, it appears he was right about one thing he said.
The USA, or the West in general, is doomed. Look at society collapsing. Look at the economy imploding. Look at how desperate and dangerous life is for Americans.